And I want to start it off with a question of, what do you define as strength?
Ooh,
and does it differ from power?
Okay.
That's two separate questions, but a first one, what is strength?
All right, let's unpack the first one first, right? So to me, there can be two different kinds of strength, and I'm not sure which one you mean, so maybe I'll talk about both here. So I think there's a physical form of strength, which is often equated with, say, your muscular ability is one way to measure it, or I mean, I'm sure there's other ways you could measure it, but that's what comes to my mind. And then so it's like your physique is a main component in that. And then there's the other form of strength, which is more of your mental strength. And that's measured in a lot of different ways, like your willpower, your toughness is a word sometimes people use for that, where you can persevere in certain circumstances that others cannot. And then your circumstances don't necessarily determine your mood, might be another strength. There's a lot of ways of measuring mental strength. So I think then the next question is about power, right?
Right.
And I think there's a lot of people who equate the physical form of strength with power, but I think that's not entirely true, because I think power is more about your ability to realize your will in the world. So to make the world like be the way that you would will it to be, or that you want it to be in your head. Does that make sense? And so you can use physical strength as an element of that if that strategy works for you, if you're in a society where that will give you an advantage over others and they will obey you as a result of your physical strength, although that could be very tenuous and make you into a dictator people don't like and you get overthrown. But I think that the second one is actually more important to me for power, which is the ability to build up strength in your mental facilities and to use those abilities to kind of make your will realized in the world.
Right. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is if you're mentally strong, you can apply that towards the gaining of physical strength.
Yes. And I mean, there's actually a lot of overlap between those two, because right, exactly as you're saying, once you're able to build up that willpower component of the non-physical strength, that gives you the ability to repeat something in the physical world, which will build up the physical strength as well. So I think that skill is actually even more important than just raw muscle power.
Right.